Hello class, this is Gardenia here. I'm going to be covering the case study for chapter 11, which involves cross-cultural negotiation. In this chapter's case study, it involved Microsoft Accelerator that was based in Beijing. A little bit about Microsoft Accelerator is that it was launched in 2012. It provided resources and services to startup companies in China, and it helped over 764 startups, which 83% received more than 3.6 billion in worldwide investments. One of the spokesperson for Microsoft Accelerator is Vivian Li, who's presented in this case. She has assisted in 2,000 venture capital projects, and some of the tips that she gave in the case study for her success is that she focuses on making connections. She also makes sure that she makes the other party feel comfortable with herself. And she also speaks upon behaviors. She does say that behavior viewed as confidence in the US may appear to be arrogant or disrespectful in China. So she said it's very important to understand values and interests of the other party. Throughout chapter 11, you're going to be learning a lot about individualism versus collectivism. Two examples of that is going to be individualists are, for example, the United States. Individualists are in seek of pursuit of happiness, their personal goals, even when conflicting with family or others. They enjoy having influence and control over the world and others. Their accomplishments are rewarded by economic and social institutions, and they're designed to protect individual rights. They use distributive tactics, and they have a direct approach when it comes to conflict. Now, for collectivists, they're rooted in social groups. They are concerned on how their actions affect members in their group, and they have a huge emphasis on the importance of adjustment. They're also concerned with maintaining harmony and interpersonal relationships with the in-group. There's an emphasis on social obligations, and they sacrifice their personal needs for the greater good. Reward groups as opposed to individuals, and shaming is a common form of social control along with teaching a moral lesson. And an example of a country that is a collectivist is China. So tips throughout the book were given on how to be successful in multicultural negotiations. I just pulled some of the top ones that stood out to me. So I'll go ahead and read them off to you. The first one is that managers must display culturally differentiated behavior. They must adapt to different cultural settings and determine who will do the negotiating, whether it's yourself or the other party involved. No preferences for dispute resolutions. Understand the counterparty's respective priorities. And I think the most important one for me was to acquire cultural intelligence in order to engage in integrative behaviors and maximize joint profit. This is very important because you want to make sure that you maximize the profit on both ends. Now to go to the questions. Let's go ahead and do, oopsie daisy here, move this out of the way. Question number 1. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that cultures today are the same they were a few years ago, that they do not change or grow? True or false? Question number 2, how many venture capital projects has Vivian Li been involved in? 1,000, 2,500, or 2,000? I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about that. The answer is false. Cultures are actually changing on a day-to-day basis. Technology is a big part that influences that. And it is actually 2,000 projects that Vivian Li has been involved in over time. That is it for my presentation. I hope everybody's staying home and staying safe. And thank you guys for your time.